Welcome to another episode of
Now You Know. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Kathy.
In a surprising turn of events earlier this year, the Maryland School Superintendent announced that he would not be seeking a renewal of his contract.
Mohammed Chaudhry was appointed in 2021 to lead the Maryland State Department of Education, that's all our public schools, in the midst of the pandemic, as well as the historic rollout of Maryland's Blueprint for Education.
While Superintendent Chaudhry has been acclaimed as a brilliant educator and a champion of equity, he struggled in this position of leadership.
You know, many Maryland State Department of Education employees spoke out against his unwillingness to collaborate and his ineffective leadership style.
Also, the Accountability and Implementation Board, tasked by the General Assembly to monitor the effective rollout of the blueprint, had been at odds with the superintendent more than once.
Yeah. All of these frustrating examples just pile on top of the ultimate school scorecard on the education leader. The test scores on Maryland students were failing.
Yeah, you may remember back in January 2023 when the MCAP scores were released on MSDE's website, it became evident that schools had reached new lows, especially in the subjects of math and English.
Yeah, it was discovered that 23 schools in Baltimore City had 0 students proficient in math, and 17 schools in Baltimore County had 2 or fewer students proficient in math.
The two of us, we spoke out immediately and demanded that Baltimore County address these shocking results. Unfortunately, our efforts were met with excuses and reoccurring punts of responsibility upon the new blueprint rollout to rectify these problems.
Yeah, and so shortly after that conversation, investigative reporter Chris Papps, Fox 45, Project Baltimore, released a shocking report. He revealed that MSDE had actually removed the test scores that showed failing students and replaced it with an asterisk.
It's now impossible for parents, educators, policymakers, and others to compare test results from year to year.
That's right. We are hopeful that the interim Maryland State School Superintendent will do a better job with transparency and leading our education system.
Absolutely. Dr. Carrie Wright was appointed in October. She is a native of Maryland, and she was the Mississippi superintendent for 9 years and is credited with Mississippi's rise as a national leader in literacy instruction and outcomes.
She implemented successful education reforms, increased graduation rates, and improved national test scores faster than almost every other state.
The education of all students across our state is a top priority for both of us.
We will keep pushing for transparency and accountability in education to make sure your kids and grandkids get the education they deserve.